snakes. Our hatred for these things goes way back, way back to like the beginning of everything. The very first lady of all time has one encounter with a snake who offers her a fruit snack, and we get kicked out of paradise, and now all of us have to wear pants. And it was all downhill from there. Indiana Jones hates them. J-Lo and Ice Cube run from them. And Samuel L. Jackson has had it with these mother bleepin' snakes on this mother bleepin' plane. And it seems like a lot of hate for an animal whose only way of getting around is wriggling. So, have snakes been framed by fables? That's what we're going to check out today. I'm your host, Helen Hong.
And I'm your zoologist nerd, Joe Wimpenny.
And we are joined by Jules Sylvester, who has handled 10,000 snakes for Hollywood. You're the official Hollywood snake wrangler.
I'll take that. How
does one become a Hollywood snake wrangler?
Well, to me, the obvious answer to that one is like, I'm pretty crappy at anything else. I'm a lousy cook. I'm a terrible mechanic. I can't fix stuff. But I'm quite good with snakes. And being raised in Kenya, animals are it. You know, This is what you live and breathe, animals and the country and just everything about Africa is right there. It's in your soul, you know.
Now, you have wrangled snakes for huge movies like Indiana Jones. Like you said, multiple Indiana Jones movies.
Yeah, done a couple of them. The first one I didn't do, which is like very unfortunate. I wasn't in the country then. I was like, I should have done that one. But, you know, we've done stuff over the years, like Snakes on a Plane I did with Samuel Jackson.
Snakes on a Plane. That's crazy that you were the snake wrangler for Snakes on a Plane.
It was so much fun. We shot it in Canada, in Vancouver. And they said, well, how are you going to get snakes up there? And I'll drive them. I took up like 450 snakes up there in my special boxes. They said, why did you fly? And it's like, I'm doing a movie called Snakes on a Plane. I'm bloody driving. Okay, that's it. I'm not going to fly them up there.
Now, I want to hear about Snakes on a Plane because it's such an iconic movie, and Samuel L. Jackson has that iconic line. How was Samuel L. Jackson with snakes?
He was actually brilliant.
Really?
Yeah, I really like working with him. He's a very funny man. But you're working with this guy that I think his agents were terrified he was going to get hurt. And it's like, stop. These are all non-venomous snakes except a cobra and a rattlesnake, which are isolated stuff. And I was told, don't let Sam stop. Nobody gets bitten on these shows. Safety, safety, safety. And he was told to, everyone was saying, don't let Sam get bitten. Keep Sam away from the snakes. And at lunchtime, he'd come around and handle the snakes in the snake room.
Wow.
Between takes. He had no fear of the snakes at all. He was really good with them, We did shots of him sitting on the toilet with his trousers down by his ankles. We had snakes in his underwear and stuff. And it was like reading a newspaper, But they never showed any of that stuff. It was like really funny stuff. A lovely guy.
For both of you, I want to ask, how are snakes perceived in pop culture and how that is correct or incorrect?
I mean, universally, pretty badly, I would say. The roots go back a very long way. We're going back to pretty much when Christianity decided that snakes were the embodiment of evil. So ridding the world of snakes just became this religious quest that, they were basically Satan in animal form. And ever since, snakes have just been perceived as these sly, sinister animals that are going to, whisper malevolent things at you. They are definitely thought of as villainous and evil. And that's basically their role in stories.
Joe, are snakes actually sneaky and sneaking around your back and like trying to just stab you in the face?
Stab you in the face, yes. I love it, with their no arms to hold anything, but maybe they could hold a knife in their mouth and then stab you. No, they're not at all. So, and, I'd love to also hear your views on this, Jules. But, snakes are generally, they look so different to us that I think people have this kind of instinctive response that, oh, they move weirdly, they must be out to get us. And they can't help the way that they move. They can't help the fact that they don't have facial expressions, so they can't, communicate what they're actually thinking to us. Their faces are very much fixed in place. They don't blink, which is also a bit weird, I think, for most people.
They don't blink?
No.
Yeah, so weird, right? I think it's hard for people to emotionally connect with an animal that is just so weird looking and different looking to what we are like. But from everything I've heard and people I've talked to, snakes are mostly just quite scared because we are a lot more dangerous to them by and large. And there's this great quote that I've heard from Clifford Pope, this herpetologist, who said that snakes are firstly cowards and then bluffers and last of all warriors. So he's sort of saying that most of the time they want to get away. If they can't, then they might put on a display of threat. So like a hooded cobra might raise its hood, or, rattlesnake might start rattling. And it's really only when there's no other option and they feel so threatened that they're going to strike.
Yeah, we tend to anthropomorphize these animals. We go Disney on them. And it's like,
right.
Hello, stick your teeth out and the tongue out, flick, and it's like. But I think the thing about snakes and what surprises people is they're silent. You don't see the buggers. You'll be sitting here and it's like, oh, where the hell did that come from? It's under the chair. It got in through the door, And I've seen people with this snake fencing, especially here in Southern California. They've got snake fencing around, which is small mesh put around, but they forget about the gate. So you basically funneled everything into the gate and it's coming through the front door. How did it get in here? Well, the gate, because when you open the gate, there's always a gap underneath. And so the snakes are funneled along the fence. They go along the fence, especially rattlesnakes. They don't climb very well. They do climb, but not, have a fence, 3 feet tall. It won't climb over. It'll go around the edges and find a gap and come in. And the rattlesnake is very, very quiet, and they curl up, and their camouflage is perfect. And it's everyone has the idea that the baby's the worst, but they're not. It's just the rattlesnake. The venom is still the venom is still the venom. But the reason that people are terrified of the babies, this somehow got out that the babies are worse. It's like because more people get bitten by the babies. Because like for a gardener, the baby can curl up under a dollar bill, brand spanking, brand new. They're like maybe 7 inches long, and they'll curl up literally underneath a coffee cup or something like that. So you go and put your hand into the bushes where you don't see no snake there, and think you got a fang in the finger, and it's like, ow, what was that? Uh-oh. And the tail is going, but there's no rattle yet. Every time he sheds his skin, he gets a new link. So you would hear it. As older it gets, the more rattles. And of course, they fall off eventually, and they keep growing new ones.
So the babies are shaking their tail, but there's no sound.
There's no sound yet until they got at least 2 or 3 rattles, and then you hear like that. And as they get older, you get 5 or 6 or 10 links. But then every time they shed the skin, they get another link at the bottom. It's just dried skin. And sometimes they fall off, so you end up with 2 or 3. But the noise is like hissing. It's like, what is that? It sounds like some water escaping. And you like look down and go, bugger. It's right by your foot.
So maybe that's the reason why people were freaked out by them at the beginning, is because of the silentness.
Yeah, it's a silent.
There's nothing that's warning you.
It's like a ninja. They creep up behind you and go, hello.
The ninja of animals.
Yeah,
I like
animal
that.
Ninja, yeah. And he's got no arms or legs. And he's like, I kill you. It's like, Jesus, what the hell? Why? Yeah.
What percentage of snakes are venomous?
I'd say almost like 10%, 15% maybe. Australia, probably 25 or 30%, a little more. For some reason, Australian snakes are absolute buggers,
Yeah.
But then again, everything in Australia will kill you.
Right. Australia is its own thing.
Yeah, it's incredible. I did a show from the ocean to the mountains, and every little part of that vegetation, sea, ocean, mountain, hill, rocks, there's something there that'll kill you. And they're all bad. None of it's good. Even the damn plants at the top of the mountain, you wipe your bum with that one, you'll be stinging your ass for about 10 years. It's just terrible.
So there's nothing inherently sneaky about snakes except the fact that we encounter them because of their silence and because they're they're just trying to hang out in little places that happen to be where we are.
Yeah, they're looking for warmth and food. And this time of the year, also females. And right now, or just about a month ago, there's a lot of snake bites in the Camarillo area, Thousand Oaks area where I live. It's there were like 6 or 7 rattlesnake bites in a month, and it's like, that's kind of weird. Well, not really, because the males come out and they're full of testosterone, and they're all pissed off and they're fighting each other. They do that thing where they roll, and everyone thinks they're breeding. No, that's the males fighting. They don't bite each other, but they knock each other down. But they're pumped up. And you go near them and say, "What are you doing?" And you go, "I kill you." And everybody wants to die, you know. I've seen them bite a couple of horses in Moore Park, and they died. And a horse died from a rattlesnake bite. Yeah, they went up to investigate what the snakes were doing, and the snakes bit them in the neck or the face and keeled over.
Wow. I love that snakes have testosterone. Testosterone is a big problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Across species, testosterone is so problematic.
You know, it's a real problem to me. Like, I'm quite jealous. Not only do they have a lot of testosterone, but they also have 2 peckers. Two
penises?
Yeah, they're called Hemipenes, yeah. And they have 2 of them. I don't know if you're right-handed or left-handed. I don't know what the hell that's for.
What, do lady snakes have 2 vaginas?
Nope, 1. They got 1 cloaca.
What?
It's like a bird. It's a butt and a vagina at the same time. I don't know. How do they know which one is what? I don't know, because it goes through one entrance and sorts itself out. I don't know.
So there's 2 penises and one's just a backup penis?
I guess so. But, you know, when they're mating, one's dragging behind them. It's like, it's got to be irritating.
Oh, wow.
That's why they go in the trees, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know whether that contributes to the slander or to not, but 2 penises is overkill.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous, really, to be honest with you. Well, the thing about the snakes is when you see the snake, they look venomous. And some of these snakes are just so incredibly beautiful. I mean, there's no other word for it. I've got these green tree pythons. They're bright green, and they're about this thick, and they're about 6 feet long. And you just think, how the hell did that happen? It was just... And they're all exactly the same when they're born. They're like stunning. And to kill that would be like, no, don't do that. It's perfect. It's a perfect animal. It hasn't changed in millions of years. It's like, this is what it's supposed to be. You know, we're evolving. The snakes already evolved a long time back. You know,
wow.
Along with the crocodiles and the tortoises, they're all perfect as they are. And in our minds, we want to change them, and kill them, and get them out of the way. But it's like, no, they're just perfect.
Well, I want to ask you both, because of the fact that snakes have been so vilified over the course of history, has there been like a concerted effort over the years to kill snakes, to eradicate snakes?
Yes, in Florida. The Burmese python. They got loose after a hurricane. I don't know which hurricane it was, but it did some terrible damage to the buildings. And a lot of these there's a couple of people that were breeding pythons for, you know, the pet trade or something like that. And they're fantastic snakes, but they got loose, and they started breeding prolifically in the Everglades. It's perfect, you know, for them. And of course now they're devastating all the wildlife down there. They're eating everything, including alligators. Yeah, and they get to 16, 17, 18, 19 feet. That's a big snake. It's 200 pounds, you know. And they'll take, not to say people, but they have been known to take people. Not those so much, but they take everything, right down to raccoons and foxes and deer of every kind, you know. So they can do a tremendous amount of damage. So they're trying to eradicate them. But they're finding pythons that, you know, they got dogs now that can sniff them out. And I saw a video of some guys, and they found 3 nests with about 150 eggs. And this just keeps going, and you can't get rid of them. They're born, they're about 18 inches long. They disappear. So probably in the Everglades, they're probably about maybe 10% or 15% live, because other predators are eating them too. But they're taking mice, rats, raccoons, possums. Just everything is getting eaten. Chihuahuas, no problem with that. Yeah, zip, delicious. If they had fingers, they lick the fingers. But it's devastating, and it's doing a lot of damage.
So in that case, there's actually a reason, like a legitimate reason why they're hunting pythons, because
they're in the wrong place.
Joe, has there been historically like an eradication program for snakes?
I think there's mostly just been a lot of persecution. Things like rattlesnake roundups.
Yeah,
I don't know
God,
if you know of those, but events which historically had a purpose in the sense that, you know, rattlesnakes are dangerous to people. So it made sense to try and kill them. But now they've kind of evolved into these big weekend festivals in a way that attract lots of people for the spectacle of seeing thousands of rattlesnakes being killed.
yeah. It's
And that's moved so far away from its original purpose. To me, it's now more of an economic kind of event rather than trying to control populations of something, because people have to go quite a long way to catch the snakes. You know, they get incentivized for bringing the snakes in, so they actually get paid on like the weight of snake they might bring in, and then all the snakes are tipped into a big tank and kept there, and then at the event they're all killed and skinned and cooked up and served to people.
Yeah, I went to one of those roundups a few years back, and it was like, I was just, for me, I see the rattlesnake as this perfect animal, and it's like, there are thousands of them. I mean, they do this every year. It's really weird. Yeah, we eat rattlesnakes, and it's like, okay, how are you going to eat it? Well, we're going to mix it up with some salsa and do this and do that. It's like, that tastes like chicken, right? You wouldn't know the difference. It's the appalling, but they do this every year, and they've done it since 1930s. Every year, between 5,000 and 8,000 snakes killed, and it's like, why? And here's the thing: the population hasn't seemed to have dropped. So I don't know why or how. I don't know how I've done the logistics of that, but you can catch 8,000 snakes every year for the past since 1930.
They're breeding.
They're breeding, but I mean, it's like, stop killing the buggers, It just, for me, it was appalling. I was like, really shocked,
Well, going back to how dangerous the venomous snakes can be, though, let's talk about useful information if you do encounter a poisonous snake.
Okay, so just a quick side note here. The terms poisonous and venomous are often used interchangeably, but there's actually a fundamental difference. So while it's right to say that poisons and venoms are both types of toxic chemicals that are produced by organisms, they differ fundamentally in the way that the toxins get into the victim. So a really good and easy way to think about it is that if you bite something and then you die, then that animal was poisonous. And if that animal bites you and you die, then it's venomous.
The one big thing they say about the rattlesnakes here: do not use a tourniquet. Don't
tie it off.
Yeah, don't tie it off. Immobilize the heart. I don't know if it's below the heart or above the heart. I can't remember. It's one of those. I'm going to read that. But immobilize it, lower the, stop the. Use a pressure bandage, but you must be able to feel the heartbeat below it. Yeah, so you can slow it down. That helps a lot. Immobilize and go to hospital, and hopefully they have the antivenom there.
So don't tie it tight.
No, just slow it down.
Tie it a little bit.
Pressure down, yeah. And no coffee, no tea, no stimulants, no... I've seen people, take a shot of whiskey and pour the whiskey and cut and slice, and it's like, don't do that. You're just cutting deeper, You've already got 2 little pinpricks. Why won't you put a big slash? And they said make an X and all this sort of terrible things to do. Don't do that.
You can you suck it out? Like sometimes you can hear like...
No, it's already gone with the heartbeat. It's like...
Oh.
And, you can dab it and try and get the venom. Sometimes there's venom left in the skin, but if you've got any kind of irritation in your gums, there are open capillaries in your gums, and now you've got a snake bite in the mouth. It's like, oh, suddenly talking like this. It's like, what happened to you? I don't know, I sucked the venom. It's like, bad idea, don't do that. And they make these amazing...
Don't suck the venom.
Don't.
Because it'll end up in your mouth.
In your mouth, and you better spit and wash out, yeah. But they make these really stupid things, a little snake bite kit. They got a little tourniquet and a little razor blade, and it's like, what's that for? And then a little rubber suction thing, and it's like, you put it on and leave it on. And it's like, no. That's $25. And it's like, and it comes in a little kit. I got a snake bite kit. No, throw it away, for God's sakes. Just immobilize and go to the hospital.
So if you're in the wild and you encounter a snake that has not bit you and you're not sure if it's venomous, what are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to back away slowly?
No, just go away.
Just go away.
Just go away, yeah.
You don't have to back away slowly.
No, just like, oh, look, snake. Go the other way.
So run.
No, just walk away. Just, walk away. And everyone goes, oh my God, oh my God.
Yeah.
Rocks. Oh, that's right. You piss it off some more,
Don't throw rocks.
Just go away.
Don't make aggressive noises.
They're deaf.
They're deaf.
Yeah, absolutely. My wife she's been with me 40 years, and she knows I deal with snakes every day. So her and her friend were walking through the bush, and my wife's got a water bottle, and she goes, what are you doing? I'm trying to scare the snakes away. Honey, they're deaf. So the water bottle doesn't do anything. It's like, I was like, okay.
It's not like a bear where you can go, bear,
Yeah.
bear.
Have little bells on your feet and everything.
You can't.
I actually have a story of encountering a rattlesnake.
Oh, you do?
So I can share what we did. Yeah. Because obviously we only have one venomous snake species in the UK, which is the adder, which is very secretive, and we don't see it very often. I think the last person to die of an adder bite it was like 1970 something. So, it's so rare here. But we were hiking in Pinnacles National Park a couple of years ago, and up this dusty path, and we saw what we thought was a branch just across the path ahead of us. And then we got closer and we were like, that is a snake. Oh, that's a rattlesnake. So this is the first time I'd ever seen a rattlesnake, actually. And it was just stretched across the path in front of us. And obviously we needed to get past this snake. And so we were kind of like, what do we do? We're British. We aren't trained to know what to do in this situation. But I thought, I know that they are very sensitive to vibrations. So what we did was actually to just stamp our way up the path, just stomping on the ground as we went up. And it just worked beautifully. It just slid off the path away into the bushes. And we just walked, calmly past it. And, there was a little defiant rattle sound as we walked past, but that was that. And it was a very nicely settled encounter, I think. So,
it's a good story right there.
Don't threaten it.
Yeah. The vibration, actually, you have to be pretty heavy vibrations as well. But good stamping on the thing helps a bit. Sometimes they're asleep, but you don't know that because they're sunbathing. It's like, oh, this is good. Lying on the road at night or something in the morning or the late afternoon, they're sunbathing just for the dark, and they're asleep. And it's like you stamp your feet and they go, one moment, I'll be coffee. And
they wake up groggy. And
they wake up a little bit groggy and they go, oh, God, I just really, no. And they crawl off slowly. Like, I'm right here, okay? I know we see you. Like, okay, just warning you.
I love that. Okay, so they're deaf. Don't scream at them.
No.
But they can feel vibrations.
Yeah.
So stamp loudly, and they'll be like, okay, somebody is coming, and they'll slither off.
Sometimes. Yeah, there's no rule here, It was perfect for you. That worked great. But sometimes they say, oh, really? And they curl up and like, I kill you. And it's like, oh, for God's sakes, just go away. No. And they say that, and he's like,
Jules, I'm not going to lie. You're not contributing to the concept of...
I know, but it's like, there's no rule. It's like, Jules, how do you catch a venomous snake? And I say, okay, did you get it in the bucket? Yes. Is it okay? Yes. Are you okay? Yes. Then that's how you did it. I caught a black mamba, my first black mamba in Rhodesia, Zimbabwe. I had a pair of cut-off jeans. I climbed up this tree, a long branch, and this 11-foot mamba was going to jump into another tree, and it was going to get shot because it was somebody's yard. And I thought, oh, I've got to catch it. I don't know why. I was 20 years old. You're so stupid. And I got a 3-foot grab stick, and I reached out, and I grabbed this 11-foot mamba by the tail. He didn't like that, and it turned around and came to eat me, because it was very angry. And there's a little stick on the branch like that, and it went on the other side of that stick, and it stopped about maybe a foot from my hand. It was like, oops. And there I sat. I was 30 feet up in a tree on a branch that had nothing else on it. I had a pair of cut-off jeans. That was it. I'm thinking, well, that was the dumbest thing I've ever done. And I've done a lot more since then, but then that was one of them. And I said that 15 minutes, and people were taking photographs of me up there. Look at that brave boy. He's so stupid, I think, I got to get out of this. I don't know how. And I could feel the tail slipping slowly through the tongs. It was like, oh, God, I'm going to die. I thought, wait, I'm a primate, so I hung upside down. I hung on with my legs, and there's a branch about 10 feet below me. I said, okay, here's what I'm going to do. And in my mind, I go, TikTok. This is 15 minutes. I'm shaking like a leaf now. Release the legs, then the hand. Release the legs, then the hand. And he catch that big branch underneath it. I'm a monkey. I can do this. And he go, legs, hand. Psht, miss the branch. Boom, all the way down. Complete somersault. Land on this guy's lawn with the wind knocked out of me. I just like, oh my God. I think I just died. And this old boy from the Indian Army came out and said, hello, boy, you doing all right? And he did that, these things, trying to get my wind back. He said, did you get bitten? I have no idea. I'm covered in scratches. I realized I was stark bollock naked. My shorts are up the tree. And the snake's banging on my shorts. And it's like, that was one of those horrible days. But that's, don't piss off the snake. And he will. And he was pissed off. I eventually caught the snake, but it was like, that was a good example. Don't do that. Yeah.
Okay, so they're not inherently evil.
No.
And they're not trying to sneak up on you. But if you make them angry, they're going to defend themselves.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the bottom line. Okay, so there is a myth that if you pee on a snake bite, that's good. That'll help.
No, but other than being, that's really disgusting. It's like, oh my God, it's just uric acid. That's not going to do anything. It just make it smell bad. But there was a thing that if you get spat in the eye by a cobra, now the venom is basically an alkaline, and urine is an acid. And one should neutralize the other. But that's in an extreme case where there's nothing else. You could pee in the guy's eye, but there's going to be a lot of fighting going on. I can tell you that. Hold him down, boys. I got him. And you have a lot of friends volunteering for that one.
That's right, because you can't, it's hard to pee on yourself.
Yeah, no, unless you hang upside like a orangutan and pee in your eyes hanging from a branch. But yeah, if you can, that's the last case. There's nothing else. And the other one was, of course, lactic acid from milk. You got to pour milk in the eye, and it's like, has anyone tried just fresh water? Yeah. Maybe you could try water. Don't pee on it. Don't pee on it. That's just nasty. I don't know who thought that one up. Probably some guy with a sense of humor. Don't worry, hold him right. It's not even venomous. Just pee on him.
Wash it out with water.
Yeah, wash it out with water.
Pee on it. Nah. Just overkill. So, Joe, if snakes are not the sneaky, conniving, evil animal that, culture has made them out to be, what other animal might actually fit those descriptions?
Well, I thought a little bit about this as which animals could we truly think of as evil? And obviously, I'm going to caveat this. I'm a zoologist, so we can't really talk about any animal as being evil. That's a very, very human construct. However, I do want to bring up sea otters because they have been described.
That's great.
One person who does research on them, I heard this person on a podcast say they are literally evil, these animals. So
sea otters, the cute and furry.
Right.
It's camo.
Yeah. Everybody thinks that they are so cute and adorable. They are just sort of bobbing around, holding hands,
Yes.
Sea otters, so cute. No, they are extremely vicious little animals, males in particular, and it's probably is the testosterone again, isn't it? They abuse females when they're mating with them.
No.
They will sometimes drown them. They bite them to hold them down, and so they will bite chunks out of the female's nose, for example, to sort of pin them down. They hold female's offspring hostage while the female is hunting. So while she's under the water looking for fish, hunting for fish, a male might come along and actually just take the pup hostage, and it will only give it back if the female gives him her food.
No.
So, yes.
Bastards.
Extortionist.
Kidnapping. Right. And the absolute worst thing, and so all of this is bad, in human terms. What they also do, male sea otters, is kidnap baby harbour seals and rape them. So they will actually sexually assault.
No.
What the hell's the matter with these
baby
guys?
seals.
No.
So, and they usually end up killing them.
No.
So, yeah, I'm sorry. It's distressing. And it's been recorded that they will then carry the bodies around and continue. So there's necrophilia going on there too.
Oh, no.
So,
Oh my God.
That's
so
terrible.
of course, these are traits that in human society we would say these are particularly abhorrent traits.
When I was thinking about you say, I was like, because we were thinking about evil, that snakes are considered evil. And I was like, what is Joe going to say an animal is evil? And now I'm like, oh my
Sea
God,
otter.
sea otters are evil.
Well, I've dealt with otters before, but sea otters seem to be particularly nasty. I mean, every time I was in the Edinburgh Zoo for a year when I got out of school, and they said, "Okay, Jules, you're going to take care of the otters, going to feed the otters." Okay, I put on my wellies, put my Wellington boots on, and climb over the wall. And these bloody otters went straight at me, and they bit holes in my wellies, and I jumped back over the wall, and that little bastard tore my Wellingtons to pieces.
No.
And the crew, zoo people, are just laughing heads off. It's like, ha, 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 ha. It's like, that's not funny, man. That little bastard, I was going to kick him. He's like, horrible things. But sea otters, I think, when they, get their abalone and stuff, and they have their own special rock.
Right.
And they lie on their backs and they go, back, back.
To crack open the
I
shells.
can imagine that would be kind of irritating if you miss and hit a nipple. That would like really make your eyes water a bit. Like, no wonder they're pissed off. It's like, Jesus Christ. I'm going to go and kill somebody,
Joe, my mind is blown. And I feel like this goes to the idea that we anthropomorphize.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, sea otters are so cute and they hold hands. Meanwhile, they are literally evil. They're sexually assaulting, necrophiliizing, like biting
Kidnapping,
chunks.
yeah.
I mean, kidnapping, extortioning. That is outrageous. And then meanwhile, these snakes are just like innocently just hiding under rocks. And we're like, oh, they have no arms and facial expressions.
Yeah.
They must suck.
Well, they do resort to cannibalism on certain things. There's certain snakes that eat other snakes, like the cobras are cannibalistic.
No.
Oh, yeah, they'll eat anybody.
But I feel like a little light cannibalism is not worse than raping and necrophiliizing.
Yeah, that's kind of gross.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's...
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think, like, historically, if you swapped out sea otters for, like, every time a snake has... Like, can you imagine? I've had it with these motherfucking sea otters on this motherfucking plane. It just doesn't hit quite the same.
People get, oh, that's not right. No, it's very right. It's very right.
Or, like, can you imagine Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, and there's a sea otter that's like, hey, have this apple.
Yeah. I'm just washing here, and it's like, would you like a fish? Thank you very much. Oh, you bastard. It's a setup.
Or Indiana Jones
I can totally see it.
Indiana Jones being thrown into a pit of sea otters. That's just so funny.
That'd be terrifying. That'd be terrifying. Little
I
bastard
mean,
eat
you
his
know
boots.
it's terrifying because you've interacted with sea otters.
Yeah.
But I think the general public would be like, that's adorable. Meanwhile, they jump in the pit and they're being shredded to pieces. And
Yeah, in South America, there's a bloody huge otter. I can't remember the name of it, but it's about 6 feet long.
no.
And they're like water leopards or something like that. But they're in these dams in Brazil. I've went and looked at them, and you could smell them like half a mile away, the fish. And you go there, and they all pop up thinking, like, don't go, they'll bite the hell out of you.
While it's very tempting to look at these behaviours and view them in a human way and think about them as being depraved or malicious or any of these things, in sea otters, as much as it pains me to say it, they're not being evil. They are purely being driven by survival strategies and reproductive strategies and instinctive behaviours that have been shaped over evolutionary time.
So both of you being animal experts would way rather be in a pit full of snakes than in a pool full of sea otters.
Oh, yeah.
I would have to say, as long as they were non-venomous snakes,
Right.
I'd probably still go. Given that such a small proportion are venomous, people, I think, just think all of them are venomous, and then if they're scared of them, they'll just kill them on sight. But I think it's worth remembering that a lot of them can't actually do you that much harm.
Yeah, too much.
It's unnecessary.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what, Jules? I noticed that you showed up wearing the shortest shorts I think I've ever seen on a man that's not on a beach.
Nah.
And I can't imagine why someone who handles snakes would wear shorts. Have you ever been bitten by a snake?
Bitten by a snake, yeah. The non-venomous ones, but they don't really count. And little nips here and there over the years, probably about.
So they do. So non-venomous ones will bite.
Oh yeah,
and it hurts.
Not really. That's it. It's pythons hurt. I've been bitten once by a large python. That was it for me. That was a long time ago. Over the years, probably about maybe no more than 20 times. But that's the non-venomous.
Joe, he's only been bitten 20 times.
By non-venomous snakes. I'd never been bitten by a venomous snake, ever. And they've hit everywhere. They've hit my fingernails, they hit my watch, hit my bracelets, went through my hair and gone into my top pocket.
What?
Hit my wallet. I mean, just, I don't know how it just...
So what are you supposed to do if you get bit by a non-venomous snake?
Go, ow, and bugger. and that's about it.
Okay, we have a game involving snakes that, Jules, I would love you to play.
Okay.
And it's basically snake superlatives. So, like, you know when you have a yearbook?
Yeah.
And there's like, most likely to succeed and like funniest classmate, whatever.
Yeah.
So these are like if you were to put snakes in a yearbook.
Okay.
And what types of snakes. Okay, so most likely to pretend it's harmless, but it's absolutely not.
I'd go puff adder.
Puff adder?
Yeah.
How does it pretend it's not harmless?
It's got its cousin, Gaboon viper. They're beautiful. And they've got a head like this and a 5-foot puff adder or a Gaboon viper. Their head about the size of a small dish. And they've got the longest fangs in the world. They're like, on a 5-foot Gaboon viper, they're almost 2 inches long. And they don't move. Their whole point is their camouflage. And it's a terrifying snake, but it's so beautiful. And you think, oh my God, look at the colors on that. And you can actually touch it on occasion, and it doesn't move. And yet, if you throw a dead rat, it'll catch it in mid-flight, and it's got it. And it's like, fangs go right through the rat. It's like being hit by a forklift. Can you imagine that? And it's so fast and so violent, and it didn't do anything until you did something, and it just explodes like a firecracker. And it's always shocking, it's like, oh, good.
So
God.
it goes from 0 to 60 in like
in a
nanoseconds.
Microsecond, it's very impressive, actually.
Okay, so don't throw. What kind of snake was that?
A Gaboon viper or a puff adder.
Puff adder.
Yeah.
So if you encounter a puff adder, don't throw a rodent at it, or do if you want to see 0 to 60 in 0.2 seconds. Snake that is the biggest drama queen.
Oh, there's two. There's a hognose snake, and then there's one in South Africa called a reekhuls. It's a similar spitty cobra, but if you tease it too much, it lies on his back and goes, eh! And it pretends it's dead. And it's like, did I kill it by pissing it off? And it's like you pick it up, and it's like, it's looking at you. It can't close its eyes. It's staring at you. Wait for it. And it's dead. And you put it on the ground, and he's going, it died. Then you turn around, it's gone. Oh, and it just lied. It's like, literally, the tongue comes out, his mouth is open, dirt in it, and he's like, and the hognose snake does the same thing.
It like plays possum.
Yeah, possum, just like that.
Most likely to show up in your toilet. I
know of a few, but cobra. Yeah, there was one in Singapore.
That are venomous.
Oh, yeah.
And they show up in your toilet, and they could possibly bite you in the most private areas.
Yeah.
The most delicate areas.
And at your worst place, pants down by your ankles and everything hanging out, and it's like, pops up, and he's not happy.
Does that happen in Australia? Of course it does.
I'm sure it does. I know one in Singapore, and the guy sat in the toilet, and the cobra came up and bit him in the bollocks.
So if you are in Singapore, and obviously Australia, check the toilet seat for snakes.
It's in the bowl.
Oh,
they were probably sitting with the head out of the water, and you come and lift up the lid. It goes, ooh, bloop, backs up.
Down the pipes.
Around the corner. He can hold his breath for about 15 minutes sometimes. Then you sit on the toilet, and there's dangly things hanging down for us, and it's like the bloody snake come up and like, is that a rat? And bites you in the bollocks. Or maybe, not happy because you got shat on or something. I don't know. I was never there. That'd be
If you're someone who has bollocks,
that's not good.
don't dangle them
It
in
looks
front
like
of
a hairy
the face of
rodent
a
hanging down there,
snake, because
you know,
the
it's not
snake,
good. It's just,
the snake might mistake your bollocks for something tasty. So, note to bollocks owners, don't dangle them in front of a snake.
they hate that. Yeah.
I'm not sure, Jules, after hearing some of your stories, that we're really doing snakes justice. Like, we were supposed to have this episode like non-vilifying snakes, and you're like, well, actually.
Well, there are thousands and thousands of snakes. I personally just are fascinated and adore snakes, and so my whole life revolves around snakes and reptiles. This is what I do for the past 60 years, and I can't get out of that groove. It's like, I'm supposed to quit soon because I'm getting older, and it's like, no, I'm kind of enjoying this right now.
So you've handled 10,000 snakes,
Around
but
the world, yeah.
most of them
Yeah,
are
yeah.
fine. Most
Yeah,
of them
yeah.
are very friendly and nice.
Yeah. Well,
but
gentle, but don't piss them off.
got it.
Yeah.
Don't piss them off.
I think it's just the it's in our background, the Adam and Eve thing, and it's like that's evil, and we're taught everything is like that is evil, but it's like it's really not. But the trouble is when you get bitten by a snake, that just every story you've heard is like that's exactly why I'm terrified of snakes. Every movie I do, the snakes are the bad guy. There's no such thing as a good snake movie, There's the mother snakes in the plane, and I just did one with Brad Pitt a couple of years ago called Bullet Train, and the snake goes through it, and of course it's killing people. It's always the bad guy, and every now and again the snake wins, which is quite good. I like that, but it's always vilified in every movie you've ever done. There's no such thing as a snake in the movie that's a good snake, and it just amplifies everything about snakes that get a bad rap, and they're not that bad. I'm still here, I've been doing it 60 years, and it's like, they're pretty cool.
So bottom line, leave them alone.
Yeah.
Leave them alone, and they're cool.
Don't kill them. Please don't kill them.
Don't kill them, says
Otherwise,
Jules.
if you kill the snakes, we're up to our knees in rats in a year.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
If you kill the snakes, we're up to our knees in rats.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Can you imagine if they had snakes in London who were doing the plague? Oh, that would have been great, wouldn't it?
Ah, good point.
We're going to eat all the rats.
The Black Death.
Yeah.
We needed more snakes.
No more snakes.
Okay, Jules, thank you so much for joining us and for telling your amazing stories.
I enjoyed it. Thank you very much, both of you. It was fun.
Thank you for sharing about the mother snake on the mother plane.
Great line. Great line.
I hope you go another decades without getting bit by snakes.
Oh, we'll certainly do that, yeah. I just want to go the actual decades, Thank you so much. It was fun.
Thank you for joining us on Framed by Fables. We are at framedbyfables.com. Check us out on there. And don't forget the bottom line of this episode. Get these sea otters off of this motherfucking plane.
It's great.
Some people like cats, some people like dogs. I'm a